front. A look there at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, a good battle in the black and blue NFC North. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Kairos Santos to get us started. Bundle up. We're underway on a cold night in Chicago. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last two seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do two things: stay healthy and keep winning.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And that is incomplete contact, but with flags, it's going to be 4th down.
When this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays, that's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Devin Duvernay back deep for Chicago. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Smith. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
On 4th down, the Bears send out their 2nd-year man, Tory Taylor, to punt. Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down.
Certainly not the biggest gain by any means, but he does a really nice job getting past the sticks, keeping his feet in bounds, and ultimately picks up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. From the gun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Love. Well, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Cross right side to the tight end, Komet. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but With the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
It'll be caught. It's DeAndre Swift. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's Torrey Taylor now. He's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Montez Sweat there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Here we go. To throw is Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Love to throw. He's going to air this one out. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. Work in the middle, that's Kraft. He's got it. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That's good for the Packers. 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Packers.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Love to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
I think now we're starting to see this defense start to make some adjustments. We saw him give up a few plays earlier in the game, especially to this back. So he's someone they have to understand. He's not just going to hurt you on the ground. He also is a threat in the passing game. So nice job there making some adjustments on the back end, and they force the incomplete. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A 46-yard attempt.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And this will be incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a Big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Packers on top. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Quick toss to Burton. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. To throw it again, it's Williams. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he is going to have a Bears first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 44-yard line.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
9 yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he's in. Kyle Manunga. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Bears.
Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bears move out to a 7-3 lead.
7. Packers 3.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
2 yards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Duvernay to return. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process. For a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
It's a gain of 8.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
A throw downfield caught by Burton. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. On the bootleg, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he is going to have a Bears first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
He'll get this out wide, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this. Williams to throw on second down. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. This one caught at the floor. And he's in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bears extend their advantage to 14-3.
Bears 14, Packers 3.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Packers offense headed back to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. It was a short one, caught by Kraft.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. Toward the outside. Catch made by Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So third down coming up.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Jaden Reed was the intended target, and that's going to lead to a fourth down.
It's clear from that third down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on fourth down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
It's a gain of
21 as they get the conversion on fourth down.
First and goal, Green Bay.
I love this call, Mike. Put the pressure on the defense to make the right decision. In this case, they decide to go after the running back, but it's the quarterback who pulls it and keeps it himself and is able to convert for the first down.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Packers are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Packers 10.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Williams. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that
He
one.
was brought down at the 28-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 14
First time
yards.
they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem.
The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Devontae Wyatt getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. That complete to Swift. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Swift. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Third and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Here's Christian Watson and the rest of the Packer offense heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Finding room at the 35. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
A gain of 22 yards. And a Packer first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
In motion, Reed. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Love quickly out to Watson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers first down by a couple of yards. They get 4 on that 3rd and 2.
First down.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole, and he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He was brought down by Jackson. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Love. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Love to throw. To the goal line and in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Packers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now it's McManus for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick first down.
First and 10 at
the ability to be
line.
effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
That's another.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
Now Williams going to keep it himself. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On second down, it's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And this quarterback just continues to take a beating throughout the entire game. They have to find a way to keep him upright. Otherwise, I'm not sure if he's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Bears sending out their punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now, Jacobs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The stop made by Andrew Billings. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Mike, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away. Snap it again.
Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 41-yard line.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Fourth quarter begins on the ground with Swift. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Bears send out their punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Packers offense about ready to take over once more. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A gain of 12. First down, Packers.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Take this in back at the 16. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Bears offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. Quick slant, caught by Burton. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of
Really
8.
nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Swift. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. Got the hook up there to Odunze. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a
gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
At the Packers' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. The Packers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Love. This one is caught by Reed. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Love. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop, and that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
And the Packer 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Love. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll run with Jacobs, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
In motion, Reed. On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Here's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. Left side, it's complete.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. Throw it again. It's Williams. Moving left. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Williams. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched the shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.